This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Sideways, part of the Armada universe. I kind of miss when they were referenced what universe these figures were from. On the front of the box, we just see the figure inside the plastic. It's kind of hard to tell. We see his minicon over there in the corner. Looks like it's already combined into the double mode for the rider of the motorcycle. If we turn sideways, we just get a nice headshot of him. Turn the other side, we see some of the primes here. I just realized that the Star Convoy Prime here looks more like the Power Master Optimus Prime at the top here than it does the actual Star Optimus Prime. And then on the back, we see him with his product shot here. We see the rider on the motorcycle. We also see that the names of the minicons are Rook for the Autobots and Crosswise for the Decepticons. Although I think the wording, I'm pretty sure it was put in there because it says minicon Crosswise for the name, and that's longer, so it wouldn't fit up there. But the way it's put, it does kind of look like the silver one is the Decepticon, you know what I mean? And then when they're combined together, they are called Mirror. Let's go ahead and open this box up. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me with this? Okay, right off the bat, I'm going to call this a new low for Hasbro. We got his other bike parts here, by the way. And then they gave us tailpipes that have massive hollow points that turn into clubs instead of being missiles on this guy. Alright, so again, this is how they cheaped out on us. You just flip that back and forth. So he does not even have the neutral form of himself. And it does not appear as if he has the Headmaster gimmick as far as I can tell, unless you're supposed to just put that down. I mean, he looks like he should have the Headmaster gimmick. God, don't tell me that is all you do for this one. Let me see here real quick. I'm just trying to figure out how... No, we can kind of hide the head down there somehow like that. Jeez. I don't know. I might actually have to look that up, but this looks ridiculous. All right, so let's do a quick comparison here. First and foremost, we can definitely see a huge size difference here between the two minicons. As far as the articulation goes, though, they do have basically the same articulation as they did previously, except for the feet do have a hinge on them now. And you basically have the hands having the arms or whatever, however you want to put it there. Wow. I'm at a loss for words on this. I really am. Everything just got so much smaller. So that's that like that, right? Now we can pull that off of there. I guess we push that back. Oh, God, that looks awful. You don't even have a way to hide the eyes anymore. Guess we'll turn that like that. And then we can slide these cheap-ass add-on arms to give him arms. They don't do anything. His legs still move, although they don't have as much range of motion as they did previously. Same thing here. We hook him onto the fake little legs there, and that's it. He reminds me of an ape now. I mean, seriously, just for comparison here, look at this. This is ridiculous. Look how bad that is, man. That is just awful. But I guess at least we won't mix up the mini-cons here. I see this shit breaking easy enough. Now apparently that can combine. Ah, shit. Apparently you can put those two things together like that. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be like that or not. But, oh dear Christ. So then I guess like previously, Headmaster obviously fits into there. Oh crap, I just popped that off. I mean, this head obviously is supposed to fit down into here somehow to keep it out of the way. But I'm not really 100% sure how. And then the Headmaster head can be popped up there. Obviously, this is somehow wrong, but so bad looking. Oh, this one's even worse when you get right down to it. Again, I gotta figure out how that's supposed to actually go. Let's take a quick look, see if we can... Oh, okay. I hate this. And being that this is made out of clear plastic, that is sure to f***ing break after a while. Alright, so that whole thing moves down. Alright. So yeah, you push that out, push that down. And now the head goes on there and looks just as bad as it did before, only without the other head showing up. Ta-da! Alright, well, let's see if we can transform this guy into his vehicle mode. Theoretically, that shouldn't be that difficult to do. So, slide that around. Pull those parts off because it's easier. Push it back into place. Slide the fender down, I guess. Although, if we slide it up, we do have the tabs that go into place there. maybe like that for the head there. Spin those out. Well, at least they pin together this time. This is the seat, so it turns like that. Fold the foot in, turn it. What I'm trying to figure out... Oh, okay. That whole thing opens up with the foot. Okay. Okay, there we go. Push it back. The important thing here is when you push it back is that you want to keep this part up so it goes into place there. Then we can fold the seat back down. There is no part of that that actually combines together though. Or, I mean, like locks together. Oh shit, the other wheel fell off again. Well, crap on a cracker. That may be why nothing seems to be locking into place. See, and I guess the reason why there's nothing to lock the seats together is because those are the bottom of the feet, right? So here we go. This appears to be him in his motorcycle mode. There's a little kickstand over on this side. He does roll slightly better than the other one did, but again, it's still just one wheel on the ground the entire time. Let's just take a look here. Appears that's more how the handle's supposed to go for the head. Oh yeah, that makes sense, because that looks like little radio and stuff that you can get on some of these bikes. So then we gotta combine these two guys back together again to create the driver. This time, there's no spot for you to put him to have him stay in place properly. Although he does hold on to the handlebars better than the other one did. Oh, look at that. A part popped off because there's no pin there. What a surprise. I did not go over articulation in robot mode, did I? All right, well, let's take a quick look at this. Apparently, they're little guns. Damn, that is so terrible. That is just absolutely ass. And yeah, it does look like I pretty much got the transformation correct. So, that is just awful, man. That... You had a great design with these things, didn't you? Oh shit, I never did a comparison either, did I, between the two robot modes? Alright, well, I just show the minicon differences. Alright, so let's take a quick look here at our figure. In the bike modes here, I already compared the minicons, so... Then went with a darker color scheme. We got some gold instead of yellow. I will say this, I do think I kind of like this color scheme better, but then I kind of prefer the darker color schemes anyway. Tailpipes obviously became tailpipes instead of missiles. Look from the top there, we got kind of different designs going on and everything. Head still pops in there. So the motorcycle modes separately aren't too bad. Like, they both look pretty good. I don't have an issue with the color changes here, aside from I kind of do prefer the lighter windshield. But the dark does go with the color scheme better, which is maybe part of the reason why they made it a darker color scheme. But also, it's the only way to hide the faction logo, which shouldn't show up at all, period, if they had done this correctly. You know what's absolutely amazing here is that the robot modes are virtually the same height, even if the minicons are really tiny. And this head is bigger than the other one too. But of course, let's not forget that one was designed to pop in so they could do the different faction symbols. Before I go too much further though, I didn't do articulation earlier, so let's do that real quick. So the head can spin here. There's a ball joint. So the head itself can look up and down. And then of course you can also fold it forward to look down even further. We can spin here, which we had the same over there, and we can hinge up. Also the same there. However, he does have a hinge on the elbow and a bicep cut. The fist also can spin too, which is surprising considering how few do anymore. We have a waist swivel. Absolutely nothing like that on there. You can kick forward that far, kick back that far, like that far, and do the splits. There's a thigh cut, a knee joint, and we do in fact have the ankle rockers. So our new version of the Sideways definitely has modern articulation to it. I'm not going to lie. The new one does look superior in robot mode. Like, way superior. I definitely like the robot mode on this one better. But man, the gimmicks on him are awesome, and they are absolute ass on this one. Just other trash. And just as a different additional complaint, these things pop off so easily. And I don't know if they did that just because, well, one, it does make it a little bit easier to transform him if you pull these off. It's also kind of a cheat, in my opinion. So seriously speaking here, I think the design of the Age of the Prime ones actually is a lot nicer looking, especially that robot mode. He just looks cooler that way. But it is a shame that the gimmicks are gone. The part where this figure really falls apart is in the combined mode of, well, just actually in general, the minicon. Like, if you notice here though, you can use the minicon extra legs and arms as guns for this guy, and it looks just as dumb as you would have thought it would. Although if you combine the two together, it looks a little bit better, but I'm not sure one hand could hold it up. It really is a shame that they couldn't have done a better job of dealing with the changing of factions, especially since, as mentioned before, Sideways was actually a third party in all of this. He did not do Autobot or Decepticon. He was playing both sides for a third option. But what surprised me is how similar the transformations on this figure actually are when you get right down to it. I mean, there are some modifications just because of the different articulation and, you know, different techniques, but overall, it's still relatively the same. It's too bad that the wheels aren't pegged on in some way, shape, or form to help hold it in place, but that's another story. So I guess the question is, do I think you should pick this up? And I would say, sure. As I mentioned, the robot mode does look really good. Even the bike mode actually looks good. It's just there are just issues with the design overall, with the functionality, like the wheels coming off, and just the minicon in general. Especially since they give us a set of static legs and arms for the minicons in order to complete the separate individual minicons. Like, really, would it have been that bad just to go ahead and make them similar to how the original one was, just a little bit smaller? I doubt it. I think it could have gone fine, but that would have cost Hasbro and Takara extra money, and they probably didn't want to spend it or lose it, however you want to look at it. But hey, why don't you guys let me know what you think of this figure in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this review, please feel free to transform that like button, and to hear more of my nonsense in the future, you can subscribe, maybe even shoot that notification bell. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.